Well, well, look at me. 2 videos in one day. Can you believe it? But I left y'all in my Theme Thursday video with some news to tell you. So I will get to that on this video instead. But I'm going to be changing Kai here in the hopes that he would be able to twin with his brother Joseph, his twin brother over in the UK. And the reason we call them twins is because they were both made by the same artist. And she made them very, very, very similar. He does not have a stork bite on his head like Joseph does. And Joseph doesn't have the 2 little teeth like Kai does. So those are little differences. They both have white, blonde, curly hair. Well, Joseph is more wavy and Kai's is more curly. And so that's why they're twin brothers. So Suzanne and I were going to twin them together. And I'm going to put this little outfit on him, which is a navy blue button-down shirt that has all different color dinosaurs on them, and light pink and dark pink and blues and light blues and greens and yellows. Well, they're not all dinosaurs. It's got a giraffe on it. And I guess this could be a saber-toothed tiger here, but here's a pterodactyl and a brontosaurus. And there's a Tyrannosaurus Rex. And there's elephants. I guess it could be a woolly mammoth, but it looks more like an elephant. There's a stegosaurus. So we got all kinds of dinosaurs on here. And have these little white button shorts to put on them with the navy blue suspenders. And I've got some little white tennis shoes. I think these must be polo. Yes, polo, because it's got the little polo in navy blue on the side. So we're going to be putting those on with some navy blue knee socks. Okay, and while I do that, I wanted to talk to y'all a little bit. First of all, I've had several of you ask me if I pranked my husband this year, because for the last 29 years, I have pranked my husband on April Fool's. And even though we're in a horrible pandemic situation, I figured we could all use a little laugh. So yes, I was planning on pranking him yesterday. And what I had planned on doing was to put chicken bouillon cubes in his shower head, so that when he took a shower, he would actually be showering in more or less chicken soup. But it didn't work out, because when I went to do that, I forgot that he had gotten a new shower head, and it's flat, and it's not one that you can unscrew and stick things inside. So that little plan kind of fell through. And I didn't have the ability to go out and get any kind of provisions for anything else, being as I am under quarantine. So I did not prank my husband yesterday. He got pranked yesterday, as did myself, and that was the big surprise that I wanted to tell y'all about today. There we go, Kai. Let's get this over your head. There you go. There you go, little angel. My oldest son has been seeing this girl for quite a number of years now. They broke up one time, and she actually moved away to another state. And after a period of time, I don't even know, maybe almost a year or so, my son went and picked her up and brought her back, and they've been together ever since, and it's been several years now. So anyway, they have both been married before, and had decided that they'd been there, done that, and both of them had a bad experience first go round, and neither one of them wanted to do that again. They didn't want to repeat that. And they were just happy and contented being the way they were. So we just kind of resigned ourselves. They both had said neither one of them had any interest in getting married at all. And so we just accepted that. And so yesterday evening, or close to evening, it was late yesterday afternoon. There we go, Kai. Here you go, sweet boy. I get a text from my son, and he said, Bree and I got married. Well, it wasn't just to me, it was to the whole family. It was to me, my husband, my other 2 children, and their spouses. And he texted and said, Bree and I got married. Well, I'm not about to fall for it, right? So I text back, liar, because I knew they had told me neither one of them were ever going to marry again. And we believed them, and for years now, it's been that way. And so my husband had been outside in the garage, and he came running in. He said, did you get the message? And I said, Bud, what day is it? And he goes, oh, man. Of course, the other kids are responding, no way, really? And da-da-da. And so then when they saw my text, liar, they kind of, oh, gosh, you had us. And so I was, proud of myself for not falling for it like so many people would have. And I even mentioned after a bunch of comments, and I said, yeah, but you couldn't fool Mom. And Benjamin said, oh, I wouldn't say that. And I said, well, I was the first one to respond, and I called you a liar from the get-go. And he said, no, he said, Joe, I got you. He said, we did get married. And now I'm not sure what to believe. So he sends me this picture of him and Bree face to face holding hands in front of a minister. Well, it was a woman, and she had on a white robe, and she had on, oh gosh, I can't remember what you call those sashes that they wear. And she had on the sash, and I thought, yeah, right, this is just somebody's graduation robes, and they're just pretending and in on the joke. And so I zoomed in on it, and there is a embroidery of the Holy Spirit dove on the sash. And then he sends a picture of the 2 of them together holding the marriage license. So, I mean, he had all of us going back and forth. The ones who first believed didn't believe, and the ones that didn't believe started to believe. And then it was like, okay, what? We weren't sure, because my oldest son is as big a practical joker as I am. I have taught him well. So anyway, as it turns out, yes, they are married. They got married yesterday afternoon. And he texted us like about 45 minutes later. It was a very, very small, intimate, private service with just him and Bree, the minister, and 2 of their friends. They just wanted to do it quietly. She wasn't in a wedding gown or anything. She was in a nice dress, and he was in a nice shirt. And yeah, so that's what I was so excited about, to tell y'all that my oldest son did prank me. He did and he didn't, but I mean, he did in the fact that I didn't believe him when he first told us, because it was April Fool's Day. But then we are all so excited. We're so happy. All the other kids are just cheering and going on. Bud and I are crying, and we are just so happy. Absolutely love Bree. We have for years now. She's come to our Christmases. She's come to our Thanksgivings, and we just are totally in love with her. And all of us couldn't be any happier for them. So that is my news. And I did get pranked. I thought it was a prank. I didn't fall for it. As it turned out, it wasn't a prank. And Bree told me, I called them and I was talking to them. They were laughing. And Bree said Benjamin purposefully picked April Fool's Day to get married so he could do this. That's my boy. That's my boy. So here we have Kai just about dressed and getting his little bells on. And get his comb here. And some water. So I'm just spraying his, this is just water, and I'm just spraying his hair with it. Just to get it a little damp. And this is how I do his curls. I just take a little comb through it and fluff it out like this. And there we have all his little curls going on. Get a little bit of his bangs down here. And then you could just do it with your fingers. So there we go. There's my little Kai all dressed up. Now we could do the top button if we want. Make him really fancy. We usually leave the top button open for casual purposes. Now these things on his shorts, in the U.S. we call them suspenders, because they suspend their pants up. And I know in England they call them braces. Over here, braces are the metal things you put on your teeth, straighten your teeth. And I would assume, I'm not sure exactly what suspenders mean over there in England, except that I am assuming they are to hold up, like garters that hold up stockings. If I'm wrong, you Brits let me know. So there we go, Mr. Kai, all dressed up in his pretty navy blue shirt and white pants, and we hope to be twinning with his twin brother Joseph. Did you want to call him, Kai? Let's get your phone so you can call him. They haven't talked in a couple of days, so we'll call him. There we go. So while he's talking to Joseph, I'm going to tell y'all goodbye. Know that I love you all. Thanks for watching, and welcome to all my subscribers. I hope you stay. We love you. And love you, Joseph. Mwah from Kai and mwah from me. Bye-bye.